All Things Apple is about to begin, and News 13's Victoria Dunkel is live with your sneak peek at this year's NC Apple Festival. And Victoria, we heard about some losses there, but the $22 million crop is still definitely worth celebrating.
Absolutely, Holly. In fact, the apple farmers are actually, some of them are seeing some of their best crops in years. I just got that information from David Nicholson, who's the executive director here of the North Carolina Apple Festival. 67 years and going strong.
I'm not that old.
No, not you. The Apple Festival.
I thought you were me.
No. The Apple Festival. This is going to be bigger and better than ever, isn't it?
Yeah, we actually have expanded the street fair, so we actually have an additional block this year, and so we're really excited about that. And as we're talking, we've expanded the children's area.
Check this out, more rides for the kids and kids at heart, I'm guessing.
There you go.
This is really a nice feature here. This is just right by the visitor center, and this is where they kind of take over. This is a draw that really brings people year after year. They love the Apple Festival. What do you hear from people?
Well, one thing we hear about our festival is the fact that you can bring your grandchildren, you can bring your grandparents to our festival. We're a family event. We're really proud of that. And we have people all across this area, and we're just looking forward to a great weekend in Hendersonville this weekend.
And I can tell you right now, folks, that you need to be thinking about bringing out your dancing shoes, or at least your best moves. There's a really great band headlining Saturday night. Band of Oz finally here, huh?
The Band of Oz. We've been trying to book them for years, and what's great about it, they're beach music, shagging, and if you don't know how to shag, we're actually having shag lessons on the street starting Saturday morning. So you may learn how to shag and come enjoy the Band of Oz.
I got to tell you, I would have to take those lessons. So I'll be here Saturday morning, but the fun actually starts at 10 o'clock this morning. We have all the details linked for you at WLOS.com. Go to News Links. Coming up, we're going to take a look at someone who has a knack for capturing all the excitement of the festival and everything that the apples mean here to the mountains. We have an artist coming up in the next half hour you don't want to miss, whose incredible work. Reporting live in Hendersonville, Victoria Dunkel, News 13.
A $14 million economic boost is hitting the mountains. News 13's Victoria Dunkel is live at the North Carolina Apple Festival. And Vic, $14 million is the latest figure of how much festival goers actually pour into Henderson County.
That's exactly right, Holly. And it's about 250,000 people who come to this festival every year. 67 years starting this morning. You can see the street's kind of quiet right now, but that will definitely change. And as you walk along the street, you'll see food, you'll see rides, and you'll see vendors like Chuck Hill, who's a photographer and a familiar face here in the mountains, and you are actually showing us some of the beautiful pictures you've taken from various places that really may be familiar to us and absolutely fascinating to visitors. What do you usually run into when people stop by to see you at the festival?
Well, it kind of depends on the person. A lot of the folks from way far away who live in the flatlands, they want pictures of mountains. So I'll have Coal Mountain and the stuff from the Parkway, and this was actually taken from the top of Little Pisgah Mountain. Little Pisgah is what we call it here in the west part of the state.
That's gorgeous. So, now, we were talking a little bit ago about how you do get a lot of interest from locals, folks, as you said, from the flatlands. Right. But where is the furthest that someone has come, if you will, to see your work?
Well, last year I sent a print home with somebody who was headed back to England, and then about 3 years ago I had a young lady who was headed back to Thailand. Wow. And interesting enough, they both bought mountain pictures.
Well, you know, the apples and our mountain pictures and the beautiful artwork of folks like you are definitely a big draw. They're expecting 250,000 people to be here. It starts at 10 o'clock this morning. And of course, we could not do a preview without giving you a little reason to get your tummy rumbling this early in the hours. We're going to be talking about some yummy food that you can find at the festival coming up in our next half hour. All the details at WLOS.com. Click on News Links. Reporting live in Hendersonville, Victoria Dunkel, News 13.
Well, not all of the crop news, though, is bad. News 13's Victoria Dunkel is live with a tasty sampling of what some farmers say may be one of their best crops in years. So, Victoria, what's cooking?
We're talking about apples and all the wonderfully delicious things you can do with them. I'm here with Renee Moss Brooks from Moss Farms, and we are back for a tasty reminder of what is so much fun. When I posted on Facebook and I said, what are some of my favorite things, pies was at the top. But you also do something a little unusual. What's on that fryer back there?
Apple fries.
Apple fries.
Right.
You introduced those last year, didn't you?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so in their debut year, tell me, this is just your French frying an apple?
That's exactly right.
Okay.
And they look just like French fries in the basket, and we serve a little dip with them. And
what was the response in year one?
Huge, huge.
I have to admit, she's right. I was among the huge response. It was so good. And then while those are cooking, we also have some of our traditional favorites. We're doing what here?
Caramel apples, right.
Okay.
And we just dip them right here on site.
Oh, you can't get any fresher than that.
Twirl them a little bit.
Yummy.
And we have several toppings, or you can have just caramel.
And what is it that you find from folks who are stopping by? Look how beautiful that is. Doesn't that look delicious? When they stop by and see you, because you see some familiar faces year after year.
Year after year, a lot of them come back every year just to get a fried pie or fresh apples that we grow, the fifth generation growers.
Now, you told me the fried pies are ready to go. You have made up a bunch, right?
That's correct.
What else do people need to know when they stop by to see you?
Well, we have all of our fresh apples, at least 12 varieties.
So I can get a fresh apple, which is a little healthier for me.
Yes.
I can let you make it really fancy.
Caramel apples.
Fries coming back there. Are they almost ready?
Almost done. We'll go ahead and dump them.
Just another second or two. Well, while that's going there, I want to tell you that the festival starts at 10 o'clock this morning, and it goes all 3 days of this weekend. That's right, we get an extra day for fun. Labor Day, big wrap-up with the King Apple Parade. And the fries just came out. Can you just brace them over here real quick for me? Look at how delicious these look. Yummy. They look just like a real French fry. And coming up in our next half hour, I'm going to show you the other new event this year that'll help you burn off all of these apple fries that you're going to want to enjoy. Reporting live in Hendersonville, Victoria Dunkel, News 13. Those look
For the longtime favorites, the North Carolina Apple Festival is promising some new fun this year. And News 13's Victoria Dunkel is live to show us what it is. So Vic, tell us about the Tour de Apple.
Well, that is the new event this year tied to the Apple Festival. It is a bike ride that's going to be taking us through some of the prettiest country in the world. And I'm talking to Barry McDonald and Dick Miley. You are actually part of the Tour de Apple event. Now, this is the brainchild of the Four Seasons Rotary Club here in Hendersonville, right?
Yes, it certainly is. And we're really looking forward to it. It's an exciting opportunity for cyclists in this area. From the novice at 25 miles, most people will probably do a 65-mile, and then these tough guys will do 100 miles.
Wow.
9,000 feet of climb. It's a challenging ride.
Now, to meet that challenge, we kind of need to make sure we have the right gear here. You were talking about some important things for people. Now, people who are regular cyclists understand this, but those who might be trying out that novice ride, what do we need to know about the right fit for our bike?
Sure. Well, basically, there's all kinds of bikes out there. This is a road bike. You'll notice the skinny tires, which are going to minimize any kind of resistance on the road, help you go faster, further, easier, as opposed to like a mountain bike or a cyclocross bike or something like that. But as far as the fit goes, if you think about it, there's 5 points of contact on a bike. That's it. 2 hands, 2 feet, and the seat. So you got to make sure that you've got good pedals, good cleat position, you got your handlebars adjusted right. Even the seat and the ankle, the angle of the seat make a big difference.
And you're talking about making sure to help prevent injury. And when you were talking about making sure that this was a really safe ride, too, it makes sense that you've got Park Ridge on board as one of the sponsors. And who else helped make this happen?
Well, of course, all the Rotarians.
You bet.
And the Apple Festival, and we got Wells Fargo Advisors. Ingalls is a great sponsor. They're providing all of the food for the rest stops.
Okay, and the event is actually on Labor Day, so you can come down at 7 o'clock in the morning and register. And like they said, there's an event for everybody, the entire family, including a really fun kids ride that's going to be happening. All the details at tourtoapple.com. We'll have that link on our website in just a few minutes for you. Thanks, fellas. Good luck on the inaugural ride.
Great,
this is a great
you.
time. So much fun going on at the Apple Festival. It starts this morning at 10 o'clock, and we'll be bringing you coverage all weekend long. Live in Hendersonville, Victoria Dunkel, News 13.